Are you thinking about buying your first home or rental property but you're not sure how to go about the process? Do you know how to select a real estate agent to help you search for a property? Did you know that there are 3 types of real estate agents, and depending on the one that you choose, they either can save you a lot of money or cost you a lot of money? If that's the case, you're in the right place. What's up guys, I go by Sir O'Neal aka Working Man T Troy, and I bought my first home and multi-unit rental property in Brooklyn, New York by the age of 26, and I created this YouTube channel so that you can do the same. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 6th step in the home buying process that I took, and that's selecting a great real estate lender. This step is very important for first-time home buyers because if you don't select the right real estate agent, it can end up costing you a lot of money. Stick around to the end of this video and I'm going to share some tips to consider when selecting a real estate agent. And I'm also going to share what type of real estate agents you must stay away from. Before I jump into this video, please do me a favor, and I do mean please with cherries and sprinkles on top, and go ahead and smash that like button because it helps out the channel a lot. The 6th step in the home buying process is selecting a great real estate agent. This is optional, but it could be very important depending on what state you decide to purchase the property in. The real estate agent is going to be your guide throughout the home buying process, so it's very important to select a great real estate agent that will act in your best interest. So there are 3 types of real estate agents. The first is the seller's agent, the second is the buyer's agent, and the third is the dual agent. Now the seller's agent is going to work in the best interest of the seller, so they always want to get the seller the best deal at all costs. They don't care about the buyer. Now the second, which is the buyer's agent, the buyer's agent now is going to work in the best interest of the buyer in theory. So they should always want to get the buyer the best deal at the end of the day. And now for the third one, which is the dual agent, this person is going to work in the best interest of both the buyer and the seller. So it's basically an intermediary between the buyer and the seller just to facilitate the real estate transaction. When purchasing the property, I recommend not going with the seller's agent for obvious reasons. Because if you go with the seller's agent, that person is literally just looking out for the seller. That person has no vested interest in the type of deal that you're getting because they're not really working for you. They're working for the seller. So you always want to go out and get a buyer's agent. And if you find an agent who says that they're a dual agent, I wouldn't go with that agent, because how can you be looking out for the best interest of me, the buyer, and the seller at the same time when we are doing basically the complete opposite thing? The seller is trying to get the maximum amount of money for the property, theoretically, or in most cases, where the buyer is trying to get the buyer is trying to purchase the property for as little money as possible so they can save a buck. So in that case, you can see why the dual agent might want to side with the seller at the end of the day, because the seller is ultimately their boss. So you don't want to go with a dual agent. So funny story about that. When I was in the process of purchasing my property here in Brooklyn, I was on Zillow a lot, constantly scouring the website trying to find a good deal. And I came across the place that I ultimately purchased, and I saw the agent listed on the website. I called that agent and I started to speak to the agent, but I didn't realize initially that the agent is a seller's agent. I just literally went out there and spoke to him, and he was just basically giving me some information about the place, and something told me to do some more research about this guy. And I did a little bit more digging and read through some more information on the website, and I realized that he was actually a seller's agent. When I noticed that, I took like 5 steps back. I'm like, definitely not happening. I'm not working with this guy, because from what I learned from the first time home buyers class that I took, the seller's agent is literally going to look out for the best deal of the seller, not the buyer. And I don't have time for that. I really don't. I was trying to get the best deal possible, so I'm not going to sit here and work with someone who's telling me that they're going to give me a good deal when really and truly they're just working for the opposite party. So I took 5 steps back, and I found a different agent. It was a buyer's agent, but man, when I tell you, you got to do your research with the agent, I was not playing. This person, and I will not put their information out there, was literally so slow to respond to me. It was absolutely painful. First, I sent them an email. They didn't get back to my email. I gave them a call. They did not respond to my call. They did not call me back. And I texted them, and they did not respond to my text. And then I called them again, and that's when the person finally picked up the phone, and I explained to the person that, hey, I'm looking to purchase this property, and I see that you're listed on the Zillow website as one of the agents. Just want to confirm that you're a buyer's agent, which the person agreed. And I said, can we go ahead and do a viewing? Person said, I'm not available. I'm like, okay, can you tell me when you're going to be available? Not sure yet. I'm like, okay, so how can I move forward? I will let you know. Literally, that's what they said. I will let you know. I was like, sheesh, what the, you know what I'm saying? That didn't make any sense at all. So I was like, all right, cool. I didn't even get to do my interview with that person, because usually I do a quick interview of the real estate agent. I didn't even do that because that person was just so terrible. So I said, okay, cool. And I actually went with a real estate agent that I was working with previously, and he's the one who ended up showing me the property. All right, if you guys are still watching this video up until this point, please do me a favor. If you enjoy this content or enjoy this video remotely, go ahead and smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you really like this stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. And this brings me to my next point. You want to find an agent that has a track record of proven success. So in this case, it's very, very important to interview an agent before you hire them, because you might think just because they're a real estate agent, they know what they're doing and they can get you the best deal possible and help you to close on the property. Wrong. That's probably not true in many cases. You want to interview every single real estate broker just to make sure that they are a good fit for you. So what are some of the questions that you can ask the real estate agent in the interview? One, how long have you been an agent? And this is actually a really good question, because agent that has a lot of years of expertise, they can often see problems before they even come up. So you want to find someone who's an expert, who's been doing it for a while. Two, do you work full-time or part-time as an agent? Believe it or not, a lot of real estate agents work part-time while they do some other type of career. And for you, that might not be convenient. Personally, for me, that wouldn't be convenient, because I don't want to work with someone who literally has two careers. So I would feel like in that case that they're not giving me their full attention and they're not fully locked in and focused on real estate. Just my personal take on that. The third question I would ask is, can I see your real estate license? I know it seems very obvious, but you really want to make sure you ask that question, take a look at their license, and make sure that this person is really the real deal and that their license hasn't expired, or literally they just don't have one. Because this is a very important transaction and ain't nobody got time for games. So straight up, you just gotta ask them to see that license. It's just like asking to see an ID when someone wants to buy a drink, literally. Another question could be, have you helped buyers buy these types of homes that I'm looking to purchase in this area? The reason why I asked this question is because I wanted to find a real estate agent that's very credible in helping me find a home in the area that I actually want. Because if they're a real estate agent and they mostly work in like another part of the city, and you're all the way over here, and they're not really familiar with the area, they might not be able to get you the best deals. And also, if that real estate agent only sell like single homes for whatever reason, and you're looking to buy a multi-family, it might be a bit more challenging going with someone who's not really familiar with those types of homes, or who doesn't really sell those types of homes pretty often. I can't imagine why that would be the case, but you just want to ask the question just to make sure that they are credible in the area that you are looking to purchase. Following along the lines of that question, I would ask, how many people have you helped to close on these types of deals? How many people? For me personally, I was going for a multi-family. I wanted a 3-family, so I asked them, how many people did you help close on multi-family properties? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 5, 15, 20? Let me know the number, just so I can know if you have a track record in this area. And if you don't, unfortunately, man, this is business. I might have to just go with somebody else. And once they give you that number, you should definitely feel comfortable in asking, can I have some reference? Can you give me a few names of folks that you've helped in the past that I can reach out to and get some information about their experience with you? I think it would say a lot if you ask that question and the real estate agent is able to actually provide you with a list of reference and that you can actually contact. That just says a lot about their work and that they are pretty confident in what they do. So I think that's a great question to ask. But like I said, these questions are just some example questions that I asked. I actually put a link in the description below with a few more questions that you can ask your real estate agent, so please feel free to check it out. So if you guys are going through the home buying process right now, I recommend not signing any document that would require you to only work with one agent for a specific period of time. Because if you get an opportunity from a different agent, you will not be able to move on that opportunity. You'll be forced to only working with that one agent who you signed the contract with. So don't sign that paper. That's just my take. I didn't want to do it, and lo and behold, another agent actually got me my deal for the property that I have today. So if I would have signed a document, I was stuck in a contract or anything like that, I probably would have been, you know what. Alright guys, so basically that's all the information that I have for now on selecting a real estate agent when purchasing your first home and multi-unit rental property. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Just want to say, if you guys do enjoy this video, one more time, I'm going to ask you guys again, please go ahead and smash that like button because it helps out my channel a lot. I really appreciate all the love that I've been getting, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. But I'm going to ask again, please smash the like button if you haven't already. And if you like this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're new to this channel and you like this video, please go ahead and check out my other videos on step 1 through 5 of the home buying process. Thanks again for watching this video. Peace. 1.